the speech guidelines. Please join me to invite our evaluator for the third speech, Toastmaster Anne.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day. Fellow Toastmasters, fellow guests, good morning to all. My speaker today is attempting Project 3 from Level 1 of Strategic Relationship Pathways. The purpose of this project is for the member to learn or review basic research methodologies and present a well-organized, well-researched speech on any topic of his choice. The speech may be humorous, informational, or any style the member chooses. The speech content and style should work well together. Remember, this project is not a report on the content of the researching and presenting project. I wish my speaker all the very best, and over to you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Thanks for the guidelines, Toastmaster Anne. Our next speaker is an enterprise solution architect specialized in retail systems. He has 2 decades of experience in the IT field. He has completed Pathways Leadership Development recently. His interests are current affairs, politics, science, and economy. He's a true family man. He is from Kottayam. I'm so glad to welcome Toastmaster James. Over to you, James. James, can you hear me?
Yeah. Hey, am I audible? Okay, good. The quality of being particularly good at something is called merit. I cleared government engineering entrance exam in 1992. And I thought I was one of the most meritorious person, probably, yeah, my rank was 2000. So 2000 most meritorious person in that batch who cleared pre-degree course. And I did my post-graduation also through a government entrance in from a premier government engineering college. And I was an impression living for years that I am belong to that most meritorious, creamy layer of the society, and it is my right because everything is merit. What a fool I am, or I was. Distinguished guest, my fellow Toastmasters. Meritocracy is the world we live in. We were told from our childhood that whatever the social status, wherever you are born, whatever the parents, whatever the financial status of the family, whatever school you study, doesn't matter. As long as you have the merit, you can get it. You can mobile from one class to the next class. The data is against that concept. There's a book in 2017 written by Jo Littler. She is a professor in City College London, very famous. And her book says, Against Meritocracy, Culture, Power, and Myth of Mobility. You were talking about the class mobility. Let me give you an example. 25 or 30 years before, when I gave my entrance, there was one P.C. Thomas in Thrissur, is famous, who were more than 40 years old, who are known the name, P.C. Thomas, Professor P.C. Thomas in Thrissur. Almost 20 to 30% of engineering seats filled by students who trained by P.C. Thomas. But remaining 70%, the folks like me had a chance. We didn't go for any coaching. We only know the PDC exams, and we went and gave the entrance exam. That's it. Running forward 30 years, now in 2020, 95% of the folks who got entrance are trained by Brilliance, Akash, and those kind of places. That too, folks who cleared their own entrance by these agencies. It's extremely difficult for somebody who has a merit to get in without a financially invested training. So is it merit? No, it's opportunity, it's the privilege. I don't know how many of you remember last year, 2 years back, there was a big controversy against Harvard and other Ivy League universities in America, that the admission is not truly merit based. Merit, like it's an academic institute, so most likely we expect it should be by academically meritorious students. However, the statistics, it's an article written by Robert Reich, a former Minister of Labor or Secretary of Labor in United States. He put all the openly anonymous available tax returns and admission details, and he put the statistics like this. For in 10 students, from 0.01% of the rich Americans got admitted in Ivy League and elite universities. How come that? 40% of these kids are like meritorious than 99.9% of the population? No, it's the opportunity. They find a way, the training, the coaching, the special essay writings, or even the funding, different programs to get it. And the inequality, the biggest social dilemma that everyone says inequality can create civil wars. Every problem, the social level we are seeing is always tied back to inequality. The wealth is accumulated to a few percent of people and it's not given to the majority. Inequality, that creates the social tension. Everyone says, good, it's very good. So the solution, we were told, like meritocracy. No, the meritocracy actually creates a more divided society because you cannot ensure a clear equal level of competition in a meritorious society. Now, we cannot change the world. We cannot change the selection process. I just want to do a very personal, selfish lesson to all of you. Probably all of us, since being in Toastmasters and professional, we are kind of the privileged folks in this society of the world. So don't worry whether you or your kids have the merit. Give them all the props, all the opportunity, and they can get into even the Harvard. So don't worry about the merit too much. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thanks for delivering well-crafted speech, Toastmaster James. It was quite useful and exciting. Moving to the final speech of the day. Before that, I would like to call